Here we are back in the garage for day 2 of trying to start this car. I'm hoping that it's a good day. I hope I find something. Missing connection or something. It's, obviously I don't think it's a mechanical issue. We haven't got that far. It's definitely an electrical issue. Either missing power, missing ground, or I'm missing a connector somewhere. That's pretty obvious. But anyway, so one thing I did notice for sure yesterday, or I shouldn't say for sure, I'm pretty sure though, going through some of the schematics and the photos, pictures of like the fuse box area, I'm pretty sure I put that fuse box in upside down. That's not going to be our problem, but it did make the cable runs definitely a mess, and I was confused as why. And so I think the whole thing is actually upside down. Again, it's not going to solve my problem, but I'm going to clean that up right now, and hopefully in that process I'll find something that's not connected or something somewhere. But yeah, we'll go from there, get started. One more thing though, today is November 11th, which is Veterans Day. So I'm a Navy veteran myself, and to all you veterans out there, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Really appreciate it. Yeah. All right, so let's get started. Well, kind of down to some desperate measures now. I put a battery charger on here. It was down to like 10%, so now I'm charging it up. In the hopes that maybe it was just a super dead battery. Like I said, I'm getting pretty desperate at this point. So let's see what happens. I went actually and flashed back the original ECU files. It seemed to do it successful. So again, the ECU seemed to be able to communicate, but I can get the radio turned on. I can get the thermostat, the climate control, run the fan. I went to roll down the windows though, just so I could get out of the car a little easier or reach in there to do something. And they seem to really go pretty slow. And then it kind of flashed a couple things on the dash, which made me think that battery is probably pretty low. It was measuring 12 volts, but if it's 12 volts with no real charge there, then there'll be no current and they won't be able to do anything. So I don't know. Like I said, well, desperate measures. I completely put that fuse box, I flipped it around, redid all that. It fits way better, so that was definitely not in there right. Now that's better. I checked ground everywhere, I've checked power everywhere. At this point I'm kind of starting to get down to the desperate measures. Like I said, this was definitely a problem. 10% battery's not gonna do you any good. So it wasn't quite dead. The lights were coming on, things like that, but maybe that's it. Maybe we'll get real lucky and that'll be our problem. So yeah, I'm gonna let this charge for a while and then I'll come back to it. See you in a bit. Okay, I've been in this thing for hours this morning, scratching my head, charging batteries, trying to figure this out. This is the game, right? Trying to solve the puzzle. I think I found something. You'll find out if this is what it is, but it's definitely an issue, I think. So here's the ECU. Now, I guess what kind of steered me away from these being a problem is that the flash from Velocity AP seemed to go in no problem. It says it went in, says we're good to go. So I didn't really concentrate too much in this area because these are the ECUs that were getting programmed, so they were good. That being said, I think I had this plugged in wrong. So let me show you on the other side, and then I'll come back to this side. Okay, let's see, here we go. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is still wrong. You can see that these plugs are here, and then this metal bracket is here, and this is getting stopped right here. Well, the bracket is supposed to go on the outside of these plugs, and that basically latch that holds it in there, it's supposed to go all the way up and hit like up in the corner. I'll show you back on the other side again. And so best I can tell, these aren't plugged all the way in. Okay, so now if you look here, this is now all the way up, and on the other side, it's down to about there. And so you can see when I go the rest of the way, I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, the plug is definitely moving further up in. So it's very possible, fingers crossed, man, very possible that these weren't fully connected, and therefore I was not getting, every pin connected, and that would definitely cause a problem. So let's get these fixed, put it back together, and pray. All right, I know it's a bit of a tight fit up in here, but I just wanted to kind of show you now. This is the way it should be installed, and now you can see that those white clips that hold the plugs in are completely up, and they're on the other side of this metal bracket. So let's see what happens. All right, we got those two ECUs plugged in the right way now, I think. So let's turn the key on and see what kind of messages we see this time. System check. Fill washer fluid. Hood open. Gearbox fault, service required. That seems reasonable. Passenger door open. Time for regular service. I think we've got a pretty good service going on here. I'll show you something else that looks good though. I actually have a neutral light there. I wonder if I can put it in park. No. Doesn't want to go in park, but it should start in neutral, so. Okay, so I've been cranking this thing just a little bit, waiting for that oil pressure light to go off, but it wasn't going off right away. I wasn't sure how long that would take. So I went and looked up a little bit, and it looks like it takes a minute. So I was getting a little nervous there, but I'm gonna go ahead and just let it go for a little bit and see if I can get that engine, the oil pressure light to go off, indicating we have oil pressure before I ever try to start this thing. Okay, key on. There's that oil light, throttle all the way down. And there we go. We got oil pressure. Ooh. All right. I think it's time to start this thing. Okay, everybody, this is crazy. I got oil pressure. Let's try to start this thing. Here we go. One more time, oil pressure. We have oil pressure. Throttle off. Well, it's starting, but there's probably needs to be some fuel pressure. She's running. I don't know how good you're gonna be able to hear me, but she's running. Sounds amazing. No clicking noises. Got a little bit of smoke coming up through here, but that's where the oil filter is down there. It's cleaning up. It's already stopping the smoke now, but there was a little bit at the beginning. But there's no dripping, no oil leaking anywhere. I see a little bit of smoke here. There's anything there, but I'm gonna go ahead and there's definitely smoke coming, so just need to make sure that that's just, you know, my greasy hands or something and not melting something. So probably go ahead and shut it down now, do a quick raise up and inspection and see how it looks, and then I gotta flash the ECUs again. Want to see something cool? Okay, woo! I am so freaking jammed right now. I'm so excited. All right, I got this thing started. It's running great. It sounds amazing. Then I just need to button up everything again now and get to that transmission. So I'm gonna do all the work on the transmission, get that all fleshed out. I gotta bleed the brakes, make sure the power steering is all bled out, all the connectors underneath the hood, you know, through all that process of trying to find what that problem was. I actually found a couple of little plugs that I missed get plugged in that weren't super important necessarily, but they were definitely gonna have to get done. So all that got done since I went through this thing with a fine-tooth comb. Gotta get that bolt in the rear suspension, which means I gotta pull that back panel off in the trunk to get to that spot. So that's all gotta get done. So we still have some things to do to get this thing back on the road, but man, I am so freaking excited this thing is running again. It sounds amazing. Thank you, Velocity AP, for that tune. You know, I can't even contain myself. I'm so excited. So if you've enjoyed this so far, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little bell notification for future videos. Stay tuned. Next week is Thanksgiving, or I guess I'm leaving for Thanksgiving next week, so it'll be a little while before the next video. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned, and we'll be back. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.